Good afternoon. It's like 4:35 here. Welcome to Deborah's Quiet Corner. I'm in the kitchen again today. I decided to do the king crab legs. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be drawn out. I'm going to get it done and show you what I do. I know everybody does theirs different. Everybody has different tastes. So mine's is pretty basic and to the point. I'm going to try to do my first thumbnail. Happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope everybody's safe. I usually have a family gathering with my grandchildren and my children, and we're not able to do it only because of the COVID-19 and restrictions and people with existing medical conditions. When you have grandchildren, small grandchildren, 10, 9, at those ages, they ask that you try to not bring them around the grandparent that has the existing medical conditions, only for their own safety. I've already washed my hands. I've rinsed off everything that's going to go into the boil, and I'm going to just show you what I'm going to put in there real quick. I have the potatoes that we had with the salmon the other day, the red and the white. They're going to go in first because they're going to take the longest to cook. So I'm going to put them in first and let them start cooking. As a matter of fact, I have the water started over here already, boiling. I have, let me show you the pan I'm using. I have this long pan with the water, see the water boiling? That's where the crab legs are going to go once I get them prepped and ready. So yeah, that's where they're going to take a bath and hang out. I think I showed you the corn. This is the corn. I had this already done in the fridge. It's been cooked, cleaned. It was some leftover, so I decided I'm going to add that. I never did potatoes and corn in my king crab legs, but I figure, hey, why not give it a try? It looks like it's so good when everybody else does it, so I'm going to try it. If I like it, I'll do it. If I don't have to put it in there the next time. And it's the one quick meal pot right there. Like, you're putting everything right in there. Like, you don't have to, cook all these different meals. Everything's going in there. This is a yellow corn. It's sweet. It was sweet when I had it the first time. And then I went and got this Zatarain's. This the reason why I went with this because it has no salt in the ingredients. I mean, I ain't see salt on here nowhere where it has any type of salt. All good stuff, celery seed, but nowhere did I see sodium. Because usually when you look at these kind of packages, the first ingredient that you see is the sodium, but this has no sodium, so this should be good. And then of course, I'm bringing Weber on. This is the Weber garlic and honey that's going to go on and go into the water as well. And I'm going to start adding this stuff in because I want to get the potatoes started. And then I have half a red onion. I'm not going to dice it, cut it. It's going right in there whole like that. I'm going to let that start simmering in the water as well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this out the bag and let it go into the water so it can start doing its thing. I'm not an onion eater, but I know it adds flavor when you add onions. I had used this for something. I just stuck it in the freezer. That's the way it's going in there. I'm not cutting it. That's it. All right. It's in there. And I took some of the peppers that I had. I might cut these open just a little bit, or I'm just thinking just dropping them in there and let them just for flavor. Maybe 5 or 6 of these beautiful peppers that I had, because I'm not going to eat them. I'm just using them for flavor. So I'm going to put, I think it's 6 of them here. I'm going to just drop these into the pot. I'm going to show you what that looks like once I'll get everything in there, because I want the potatoes to start. They're going to take the longest. So I'm going to add the Zatarain into that water so that can, see, it's all in this little container. Everything's contained. There's nothing that's going to be out. So when I get done, I just can take this out and get discarded, throw it away. This is the Zatarain that has no salt. Okay, I'm dropping that in the water. Okay, here go Weber. Weber's going in next. Going into this bath. Here we go. Generously. Because I want them crab legs to have some flavor. Flav is what I want in there. So it'll cook right in and go right through it. Now I have 2 pounds out. I'll decide as I go along if I think the 2 pounds. Here goes my skewer. The skewer. You use these for kebabs. So I pretty much have the bath water ready here with everything floating around. As you can see, everything's in there because I need to put the potatoes in there and let them start cooking. So I had to start seasoning the pot so that the potatoes could cook in there as well. Which I said I never did it with potatoes before, but I'm sure it's going to be good. There's the peppers floating and the onions in there. Here's the onion. It's right here. The whole big piece of onion is in there. Here she is. She's just floating around freely. So when I'm done, I just take her out and she's good. I have my Zatarain's bag in here, and I have the other peppers are floating. They're just floating around, getting a bath and that, getting ready for those potatoes. So I'm about to dump the potatoes in. So here goes the potatoes. I'm putting them in, and they're going to start cooking. Because like I said, I'm going to turn the light up a little bit because these take the longest. I only have like maybe 6 or 7 potatoes a piece. I'm not a real carb person. Okay, so the potatoes are in there. I just dropped them in there. I'm going to let them cook. Like I said, they'll take the longest. I'm going to just put everything here and kind of like show you what it's going to look like. So we got it started. The water's really getting hot. It's boiling. And everything's just hanging out in there. Everything's just hanging out. The potatoes are on the bottom. They floated to the bottom. Now I'm going to position the king crab legs because the corn, like I said, these are little potatoes. They're going to take about maybe 10-15 minutes to cook because they're not real big. So the pot is boiling. It's doing this thing. Okay, so I'm going to let that boil a little bit. And I just decided that I would do this today. Like I said, I think anybody that's coming through and, you know, looking at the Deborah's Quiet Corner, it's not intended to make anybody feel bad about themselves or, you know, it's just information that sometimes, like I said in the other video, we stay so busy we don't have time to stop and think about things that we should maybe give some thought because busyness of life keeps us from being able to do that. So I go in Deborah's Quiet Corner and I just discuss different topics. I don't sit down and think about the topic a whole long time. I just say, well, I think I'll talk on this. Or if I'm getting a shower or something might come to my mind that I want to talk about, and then I will talk on that subject. Like I said, I am pretty much done here. Everything's in this one pot, is doing this thing back here. All I have to do is put the king crab legs in there in about another, I give the potatoes about 10-15 minutes. And then the corn is cooked. So I just want that to kind of swim around in there for a little bit as well. So I make it easy. Believe me, I don't like complicated. My life is complicated sometimes enough. I have a lot on my plate sometimes. And like I said, not having a family here, you know, it's a lot, but you adjust and you do what you have to do, especially when you have someone that, you know, has underlying conditions that could be affected if, say, God forbid, one of the children were around one of their friends, and you know how that goes, and then you got to try to keep that person safe that you know has those underlying conditions. So I'm just letting this do its thing. It's doing its thing. It smells good in here. Everything's in this one pan. I'm pretty much a one pan person. So while I'm waiting, this is one of my grandsons. This is Isaiah. He's just graduated from high school, and he's going to be finishing his education whenever they open back up the school where he can get in. He might do some online classes if he can't get back into the classroom in September. That's Isaiah. That's my oldest grandson. He's 18. And then this is an older picture because I haven't been able to really go through my picture. This is Samantha, and that's Ariana. And them two have an older sister, which is my oldest granddaughter. Her name is Amani. She's 17, and yeah, they have a sister. So that's two. I had 7 grandchildren. I have 6 now. One of my granddaughters passed away at a very early age. She was 9 years old, and her name is Kennedy, and we lost her. And we miss her a whole lot. And she was so bubbly and talented, and she just had so much to offer. But yeah, so I have 6 living grandchildren, and that's Ken. She passed away. I think I might be able to open up these king crab legs and kind of like get them positioned in here. Because like I said, I don't think these little potatoes is going to take too long. I really don't. And I'm going to see like what I'm working with here, what I have here to and the lady said she had a lot of little legs and stuff left over there. So these are nice size. They're not the real big ones, but I can work them. I can get something out of them. So I'm starting to put these into the bath where everything is cooking. I'm putting them in here, trying to get them positioned so that they go down into, I want them to go down into the liquid because that's where all the seasoning is. So, you know, all this other extra stuff is just kind of floating around on top. And I'm going to get them in there. And I don't think I'm going to need another bag. I think what I have is plenty for me and my husband. So I'm putting the rest of them in there. Just piling up a little bit. And the lady said she had a lot of extra legs. So yeah, those are the extra legs. She kind of just threw in my bag. I told her, sure, thank you. I appreciate it. Here's some more. She said, oh yeah, we have a lot of extra legs just laying around back here. So I was like, okay, I'll take them. So now I have them in there. Excuse me, these allergies were so bad this morning. I really had to kind of like take something. I didn't want to take anything because, you know, allergy medicine will make you drowsy. And then you don't have like all the energy that you like to have now. As far as the corn, I'm going to have to sit that on top when this gets to where I want it to get. So I have like a long pan. And I'm just going to put that over the top so this can really start boiling. And then the corn I can squeeze down in there. I'm not going to put all that corn in there. That's a lot of corn. And we already have the potatoes, which is a carb. Now, some people say corn's a vegetable. Some people say corn's a carb. What do you say? Is corn a carb or a vegetable? I'm wiping off this splatter that I had come up on the side there. Let me see if I can find a long pan to cover this. Hold on 1 second. So this is really like a baking pan, but this is separate. When I bought it, it didn't come with a top, so I'm just going to kind of like put this over top so it can start boiling inside. So I'm going to just lay this over the top of the pot, and so it can just start doing what it needs to do, because, you know, when you have it and all the vapor is coming out and it's not staying inside the pot, it can make it like where it's not going to start doing the boil that you want it to boil. I might have to come back and show you the finished product, because the potatoes have to cook, and I just wanted to come on briefly today, 4th of July weekend, and just, you know, bring you back into my kitchen. Like I said, this is not something that I'm going to do often. I will come in periodically, only because I enjoy cooking. And I was going to go into Deborah's Quiet Corner this morning, but I said, nah, it's the 4th of July. Let me do something different today. And Hopefully what I say in Deborah's Corner, you can take something away from it. It's not for everyone. Um, you know, everybody has their own opinions and their own views. And I'm doing this because it's something I want to do. I'm not doing it, to get a whole lot of numbers or try to make money off of it or anything like that. That's not my goal. My goal is just to do this because this is something I'm enjoy doing. That's basically why I came on in the first place. I said, let me try that. That looks like that might be fun. So that's the main reason why I'm on here. I mean, if I get some numbers and people leave a comment, I really would love it and appreciate it. That would be nice. But like I said, I'm basically on here because it's just something I want to do. And when you're not under that pressure, you can kind of like flow, at your own pace and your own rate. And I'm glad I have that. That space that I can decide how I want to come on and basically what I want to say. And like I said, Deborah's Quiet Corner may not be for everyone. It's just a time to pull yourself away from what you're going through on a daily basis. Give yourself a time to think, because whether we know it or not, when we stay busy for a reason. We don't want to stop. We don't want to think. And there's so much going on, with our bills and family issues, and you may have a loved one that's ill that you're caring for, and the finances and the food shopping and all of the stuff that goes into everyday living. Come on, y'all, it's a lot. And everybody is going through something, so nobody gets a free pass. And we just have to weather the storm. We have to get up every day, put one foot in front of the other, and just hope for the best result that we can come up with. I think this thing is really doing this thing now. So let me see if I can lift it so I can give you one more glance of what's going on in here before I cut this. And like I said, when I get it plated up, I can bring it back and let you see exactly what it looks like. I don't like staying on here long. I feel like you should get to it and get it over. It's doing a little something. It's not where I want it at yet. So I'm going to give it a chance to do what it do. And like I said, when I get them plated up, I'll bring you back on. I'll see if my husband wants to sit at the table and come back on with me. See how comfortable he is in front of the camera. He had a couple mini strokes. Thank God he's doing pretty good. He didn't have a lot of deficits from it, so that was a blessing, because a lot of people, when they have a stroke, they just lose like mobility and their speech, and they have a drooping, jaw, or they, can't use their hands. But God was, really good to him. Even though he had the strokes, he was blessed not to have a lot of deficits from the stroke. So I'm grateful for that, because, even though I have a lot more that I have to do, I'll realize that it could always be worse. Okay, I'm not going to keep mumbling on. I wish my family was here. Excuse me. These allergies are like woo, woo, woo. But it's okay. And I'll come back after this really is done boiling and cooking and sitting for a while, because you got to let this stuff sit in there and absorb. And I have to add some little chunks of butter. I'm going to put a couple chunks of butter in there. That way I don't have to, dip it in the butter. The butter will be there. And I also have, I have my spray bottle of lemon juice that I just spray everything with. That's what I'm going to take to the table to put. I think it's the peppers and the onions in there that's stirring up my allergies a little more, because that's coming out of here. And I really should have my fan on, but it's the oven fan that you put on when you have your stove on, but it's so loud. I don't want to hear that right now, so it'll drown me out anyway. You won't be able to what did she say? So yeah, I'll take this to the table, the lemon juice, and just use what I need to use. And if I decide to melt a little butter and just dip a little bit, I might do that too. I'll show you when I come back. All right, so I hope you're in your kitchen enjoying your day out on your grill with your family. And like I said, leave a comment. Come through Deborah's Quiet Corner. It's not pinpointing anybody. It's just an open discussion that I have, and I just go over different things that I think is relevant. I don't know how if anybody knows, but I'm in my 60s, and I'm 64 as a matter of fact. I'm not afraid to say that. And my views. You know, I just feel like I have some wisdom that I can share. And then what you can't take, you don't take it. You leave it. What you can use it. Because if I look at your video, you can show me something that I don't know. Because nobody knows it all. So with that being said, I'm going to say peace out for right now. And I'll come back with the finished product. Happy 4th of July!